So what's your favorite memory from El Rancho Chubby?
I've got several. You remember, what was it, a few years ago, they surprised me. I was there, and you having a lot to do with getting together. I had no clue. We were at the party, and I looked up, and all of a sudden it's Chubby night.
There's a picture of you.
Yeah.
Big painting.
It was up. I thought, what's going on here? It was a big dinner we'd always have there at a party, and they honored me. So that one's the one's closest in my mind. But man, I never missed one of those things. When I lived in the West Coast, you did too. I never missed that. Even after I came back to Texas, I still went back as often as I could.
Me too. Yeah, I think it's a great arena to show in, and I miss showing in the outside arenas.
Yeah.
I think there's just something about it. I think the cattle are better and the horses are better, and I just feel like I'm on the old ranch doing something, with meaning. But I showed there forever, and of course I lived in Clements, which was half hour away, way before Carol started having the El Rancho Fiesta Futurity thing. But it's just such a great place, and Carol Ward has just done an exceptional job putting on that show and building that show to what it is, because it's the highlight show of the year that I never miss, because I love to go out there. I love everything about it. I love how she accommodates the cutter. I love the party, the fajita dinner, of course the dancing. I'm very excited about that, and I dance with everybody that doesn't hide from me. So I love to do that. And then I was fortunate enough to win 2 of the Mercurias there back to back on Llewellyn's Cat. So that was very special to me. I just love that mare so much, and to do that under the lights with Drew screaming, and it's such a great venue because the people are right there with you in the arena, and they're screaming and hollering, and you can hear them, and it's just so exciting to me, and it reminds me of our old days that you'll remember again when we got to show at Santa Barbara at the Earl Warren Show Fairgrounds there. Yeah. It's kind of the same venue with outside with the real close grandstands all the way around the cutting, and that was always a special cutting at night, and El Rancho's the same. But I got to tell you, the funny one memory I have that could have been a disaster that turned out okay is that everybody knows I love to go ride off, and so I got there a couple days early, and I had my 2 Futurity colts with me. I had a mare called Betsy Smooth, and a little gelding named Cow Cutter, or whatever his name was. I can't remember right now. But anyway, Betsy Smooth is the main one. And I had a really nice young lady working for me, a loper, and I was riding something else, and she was leading both my Futurity colts on one horse, and I was leading, I think, the older horses, and we were going across the bridge, the wood bridge there, to work horses at Carol's barn. So it's early in the morning. I got the practice pens going, and those are busy. So I rode by them, and there's a long lane, trees on both sides, and then it stops, or it doesn't stop, but it kind of continues on a wooden bridge, and you go across the wooden bridge, and then you ride another quarter of a mile, and you're at Carol's arena, her arena where Jason Taylor was training, and he had invited me over there that morning. So we each have 2 horses, and we're walking, and I've got probably 2 dogs on the ground walking with us. And we get to that wood bridge, and I get across the wood bridge, and my horses just they took a little bit of look to it, but it wasn't a bad deal. So I lead them across, and here comes this girl with my 2 Futurity colts and a bridle rack across her lap. So we were kind of loaded down more than we should have been, obviously, but we thought we could make it. Well, she doesn't even get to the bridge, and Salsa Style, that was the gelding's name. Both the horses, one pulls back one way, one pulls back another way. The bridle rack rips her jeans and falls off, and she loses She hangs on, but she gets jerked off the horse she was on, which was my turnback horse, and is on the ground, and the horses get away from her. Both my Fort Worth Futurity colts. And they turn and they run just as fast as they can back down that tree, covered alleyway towards the practice pens. And I drop my two horses. I go, hold them, and I go tearing back across the bridge, and I'm running down the alleyway, screaming, "Hey, heads up, coming in hot, heads up," because and I have a long time to be yelling. Well, Tim Smith hears me, and he wonders what the ruckus is, and he looks up, and there's two horses just running 90 miles an hour right at him. So he throws everything he's got up in the air, and he gets them stopped for me, and we catch him. And then, the moral of the story is, of course, don't carry too much when you're leading the horse. Number one. Number two, don't fall off and let the horses go. But number three, and then I ended up reserve champion of the Futurity on the mare. So she didn't get hurt. Everything all was well, all was good. It ended up fine. But
did you fire the girl?
No, I did not.
That's surprising.
No, not then.
Not then. Not for that particular reason. It was abundance.
But that is just El Rancho is just such a great fun show, and I hate to know that it's coming to an end. This is going to be the last one, so I've only got one horse to show, but I'm going to go show and enjoy it one more time. But everybody's just so friendly out there, and the party pad. I'll miss all that. It was a very service-friendly, kind of a show, and everybody just had a great time. And yes, it got hot, and yes, it would get rainy sometimes or cold, but I never seemed to mind. Did you?
We just wait till it kind of quit, and then we went right on.
Yeah.
Best place I ever showed a horse was right there, and it didn't make any difference what the cattle were like or anything, because it was just cool how she set it all up. And I was there when Matt marked that huge score.
234.
Oh, it was just awesome. And I felt just as good as he did about all that. And I've been there so many times. I judged it a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And I was hoping to get judged this time, but Grant Setnica, who works for the same people I do, he'll be there, so I have no way I can get up there and judge any of those horses. Because if I didn't let them win, I'd get fired on that end. And if I did let them win, I might get fired.
Either
on
way,
it
wasn't not a good situation.
Yeah. But I'm going to try to figure out some way to be there. I just, it almost breaks my heart to think it's not going to be there anymore. And I mean, I don't get to show much anyway, but boy, it was the best place. I mean, get there in the morning, the fog will be out there some, work those horses out there, just in the open spaces, and all your friends, everybody. I don't remember anybody throwing a fit at that place. We always had a great time.
No, it was a great time, and everybody, and Carol has so many activities that every evening you go do something, and one of the main reasons I bought a living quarters was I could park there and never miss a party, I think was the reason I did that.
That's the first place I ever saw Marion Ramp. I think it might have been the first time Phil ever saw her, but she backed up, I think it was Van or somebody was furnishing some cows.
Yeah, Snooky.
And she backed this trailer up there. Here's this beautiful young girl, slim, she's probably, I don't know, she must have been 20, 21. She's driving this big old cow truck out there unloading them cows. Next thing I know, she's going with Phil. I thought, that boy's smart. He's going to get him somebody that's good at it. So, yeah, there's been a lot of memories there. It just goes on and on and on.
Right, and and for people that haven't gone, I've heard kind of through the grapevine that a lot of people are going this year just to be able to go because it's the last show, and they always thought they could go, and but now everything good at some point I guess comes to an end, and it's a lot of work for Carol, and it's just such an amazing show.
Never not been hospitable.
She's one of the most hospitable show managers for sure.
I probably won't have anything to show, and I can't judge, but I'm going to try to figure, even if I have to hitchhike, I'm going to get there. Yeah. Because I want to be there for this last one.
Right. Well, and I feel the same way. I'm going to go out, and I'm just going to tell everybody that if you've never been to
Go.
to Carol's show at El Rancho, you should try to go this year,
And
because it'll be an experience you'll never
no
forget.
question, this will be the best one ever. She'll put on the stuff.
So put on the dog, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything will be great.
We love you, Carol.
You bet. Sorry to see it happen, but I understand. So we're coming.
We're
Chubby
coming.
and I are coming anyway.